So we had Huggy Bear on, I don't know, 10 days ago or so, and he said that there's, in his estimation, about 15 or so teams that could actually win the championship this year. And I thought that was excessive. Then we had Jim Larinaga on, who's done a hell of a job at Miami, as you well know, after a run with George Mason. And Larinaga said he thinks that there's 30 teams that could win the championship, where it seems ludicrous. Every year, the number seems to fluctuate. In your opinion, Jim, how many teams do you think could actually win that amount of games to cut down the Nets in Houston in a month or so, in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, you got to be solid. You got to be a solid basketball team, and and you have to. You got to be a little different. People talked about, for example, 11 UConn makes this incredible run. Well, not really. We had won Maui that year. We had a great player who became even greater, Kimball Walker, Shabazz Napier, Jerry Lamb. That's three pros, by the way.
Yep.
So you got to be maybe a little more solid. And when you get down, you guys know this. When it all gets down to it, like there's going to be so many things happening. Oh, Duke won last year. So many things happening. UConn wins, and you go and the Kansas wins and the Kentucky wins. When those teams start winning it, can you win five? Maybe. Four is really tough. So I'm not quite as liberal, I guess, as they are. I really believe that there's probably 6 or 7 teams that can win it. I think you need certain characteristics. For example, I love Bobby Huggins, good friend. I don't know if you can just press your way to a championship. No one's done that recently. You got to be able to play multiple different ways. When people ask us how we're able to win 17 Big East championships and some of the things that happened for us in national championships, we could win a lot of different ways. And I think you're going to find the multi-dimensional teams have a much better chance to win. So I'm going to say 6 or 7.
Yeah.
When I look at them, they pass the eye test, the accomplishment test, the veteran test. They're really good. And one of the reasons I'm here today is I started a campaign with Dove Men's Plus Care, and it's about relationships. It's about strength off the court, the relationships. We do a piece with Kevin Ollie and myself, and the reason I'm saying that, the relationships of the team, the tightness of the team, you can see it, you can smell it. Kiki knows this. I mean, you guys both know this.
Yep.
You can feel it on a team. I don't care whether it be football, basketball. You can feel it particularly on a team. And the team that's tight, I was really impressed with I had 20 Big Ten games this year. So I got a good opportunity to see an awful lot of good teams. I've seen Duke in person. I've seen a lot of really good basketball teams in person, and you can tell the difference between a team that's tight, particularly a team that's the relationships of the kids are incredibly strong this time of year. You're going to need it. That's one of the things that help get you through.
You're talking about Doveman Care. It's dovemencare.com, the bonds of real strength. We'll tweet that out for you so that it's out there and you can chat and we can get social media around it as well. We had Kevin Ollie on a couple of weeks ago, and I'm curious because his first year at UConn, the team was ineligible to go to the postseason. When they did go, the next year he won. How proud of you are you of him, a former player who's kind of taken your torch and run with it and gotten back in the tournament? He's got a tough bracket because Kansas is in it, but how proud are you of Kevin Ollie?
Well, I'm incredibly proud of Kevin Ollie. I think one of the reasons I agreed to do this, like everybody else, you get a chance to pick and choose at times. And one of the reasons I joined up with Dove is they talked about, it's not always the guy who makes the jump shot. It's the relationship between that. When the guy doesn't make the shot, or he makes a mistake, and you can still see John Thompson consoling Freddie Brown at Georgetown. You can still see some of those things. These things last a lifetime. Kevin and I have known each other 23 years when I was a skinny little kid from Crenshaw High School in Los Angeles, and later became my two-time captain, 13-year NBA player, now our head coach. Did an incredible job. Him and the kids that a couple, 3 or 4 of those guys were seniors and did a wonderful, wonderful job. And but I'm incredibly proud of Kevin because the thing he's been able to do is any type of pressure felt, Kevin has just turned inwardly towards his team. His relationship with his players is terrific and done an incredible job. And I truly believe that, by the way. I mean, I think that sometimes the X and O's are great, but, the old idea, it's not the X and O, it's the Johnnies and the Joes. By that I mean simply who the players are. And then your relationship with them. You get into a tight game, it's got to be a tight relationship between the coach player. And they got to believe. Everybody has to believe.